Welcome everyone to the third lecture of the lecture series on circuit and systems. This is Nikhil Kumar Nigam. We'll start with a recap of what we have discussed so far in the first two lectures. So far we have discussed that circuit and system. We'll be studying about network analysis and synthesis. Network means any kind of interconnection between energy sources and resistive elements, inductive elements, capacitive elements, etc. Analysis means if we are required to find out current or voltage across any resistive element or any element in a circuit, then the methods used to find out these unknowns are called analysis or the problem of analysis. In the problem of analysis, we are given information about the input signal to the circuit or the network and internal configuration. Or I would say we are given information about the network and we are required to find out the output. And in the synthesis problem, we are required to design a circuit for a particular requirement. Particular requirement is mentioned in terms of input to the network and output of the network. To suit this requirement, we have to design the circuit. We discussed that the design has infinite many solutions, and it also has a realizability problem. Realizability means, can we design any circuit for the requirement? I discussed that can a 10 volt input be converted into 10 lakh volts? Can we design a circuit which can convert this 10 volt into 10 lakh volts? Well, it is not possible, physically not possible, because we will not be having elements, or we do not have elements which can withstand this much high voltage. So this is not possible. So we need to check the reliability of the problem by performing some reliability tests. After we have done the reliability test, we design a circuit, and before implementing this designed circuit onto the physical world, we need to check its performance. We check its performance or judge its performance by applying various test signals as input and checking its output. If its output is a bounded one, or I would say finite. If the output is finite for the test signals, then the circuit is performing very well. But if it does not produce bounded output for these input signals, then we would say the designed circuit is, or the design network is unstable. So that is why we needed test signals. Then in the last lecture we discussed what are signals. Signals is the variation of any physical quantity with respect to time. Say if current in a circuit is varying with respect to time, then we will call it as a signal. That is IT. That IT stands that I is a current signal which is varying with time. Similarly, VT, where V is a voltage which is varying with time. PT, P is the power which is varying with time. Power consumed or power delivered into the circuit, or power consumed by the load with respect to time. So these are signals. Then we classified certain signals. We classified signals whether it is analog or discrete. If a particular signal is defined for every possible instant of time, then the signal is termed as analog signal or continuous signal. But if it is defined only for particular instance, then the signal is termed as discontinuous signal or discrete signal. Then we discussed the periodic signals. Periodic signals are one when a signal repeats its values after a fixed interval of time, then the signal is said to be periodic. And if it is not repeating its values, then the signal will be non-periodic. We discussed a sine wave is an example of a periodic signal, whereas exponentially increasing or decreasing signal is an example of a non-periodic signal. Then we discussed random and deterministic signals. Random signals, where by having the information of the past values, if we could predict the future values, then the signal is termed as deterministic. If we could not predict the future values on the basis of past values, the signal will be random signal. Number of accidents occurring in a city in a year is an example of a random signal. Then we discuss even and odd signals. Even signals are one which shows symmetry about the y-axis, whereas odd signals are one which shows negative symmetry about y-axis, or they also show symmetry about the origin also. There are some signals which can neither be even or nor be odd. So it is not mandatory that every signal may be even or odd. Then energy and power signals. If a signal has finite energy and zero average power, the signal is termed to be energy signal. And if a signal has infinite energy and finite power, then the signal is termed as power signals. So this is what we discussed so far. In today's lecture, we will discuss what are singularity signals or test signals. Singularity signals and test signals. As discussed in this slide, we discussed that we will be required in the problem of synthesis, we will be required to design the circuit, and to judge its performance we need some certain signals. These signals, which are used to judge the performance of a designed circuit or design network, are called test signals. Test signals, or sometimes also called singularity signals. Singularity signals. Let me remind you of one thing. If we have a signal, say if we have a signal like this, then the area under this curve gives the energy transmitted or energy delivered by the signal into the network. This will be required. So singularity signal or test signals are one which are required to judge the performance of a design network. We will see on the application of these signals if the output or the response of the network is bounded one, then we will say the signal is the system is or the network is stable. Otherwise we will call it unstable network. Then we will classify these singularity signals as step signal, ramp signal, we have gate signal, we have impulse signal, we have exponential signal, etc. So we will discuss all these signals, but in this lecture we will be focusing our aim only on the discussion of step signal and various type of step signals. So as we have, why do we need test signals? We have already discussed that we will design a network. We will design a network and we will judge its performance by inputting some test signals. We will input test signals here, and we will check its response or the output. Response If the response is a bounded one, then the system is stable. Else, the system will be unstable. Okay. Let me give stress on what is bounded system. Say if I am applying a signal like this, as you can see in this particular signal, the magnitude of the signal is always a finite quantity. Say this is A. It is always a finite quantity. No matter how large is the time, say t is tending to infinity, the constant of the input signal, the magnitude of the input signal is constant. And if we apply such signal into the network and we check the output, and let me plot the output, let me use the another color. And say on the application of this, we get a output like this. Now this output shows that it is increasing to infinity. That is unbounded. If I get a response like this, then I would say the system is unstable. So the unbounded response will say the system is unstable. But if I get a response like this, say if I am getting a response like this, this shows the magnitude of the output will be finite. It will not go to infinity. This finite output will tell me that the system is stable. So we need test signals or singularity signals to check whether the system is stable or unstable. So it is written here, the synthesized network are excited by these signals and the response is analyzed in order to test the performance and stability. And these signals are also called test signals. These signals are mathematical equivalents of some physical quantity or physical condition. What could be the physical condition? Closing and opening of a switch. We'll discuss this line or this point in the later slides, that these test signals are nothing but the physical equivalence of mathematical equivalence of physical conditions. Physical condition. Physical condition could be like sudden application of a signal, sudden removal of a signal, or removal and application of a signal for a finite time. So these test signals will be the mathematical equivalence of these physical conditions. These physical conditions are sudden application of a signal, sudden removal, or sudden application and removal of anything. Let us see them. There is a very important point regarding this singularity signal. Singularity signals are either discontinuous signals or the signals with the discontinuous derivatives. So remember this point, that all of the singularity signals are discontinuous in nature. They are not continuous. That means there will exist a certain point of discontinuity. Certain point of discontinuity. Okay, we have already discussed the classification of these test signals: step signal or unit step signal, ramp signal or unit ramp signal, exponential signal, gate signal or impulse signal. Here we will discuss only the step signal in this particular lecture. let me define step signal. A step signal is defined as 0. A step signal has a value of 0 for t less than 0, and it has a value of k, that is a constant. That is, it has a constant value for t greater than equal to 0. Let me clarify t equal to 0 first. T equal to 0 is the instant of reference. Instant of reference. If we are referring anything into the circuit, then we will refer that thing at t equal to 0. So that means t less than 0 means we are referring about the past time, and t greater than 0 means we are referring about the future time. So as per this, a step signal has 0 value in the past, but it has a constant value in the future. And this signal is graphically represented like this. Say we have this axis over which on the x-axis I am representing the time, and I am plotting the function, dependent function on y-axis. As this function has 0 value for t less than 0, so before this time the function has 0 values, as you can see with this red line, and after this reference point, this is our reference point, after this reference point the signal has a constant value. See it is not changing its magnitude, it has a constant magnitude. Then such signal is called a step signal. Why it is called a step signal? If you look closely, or if you observe that this shape of this signal is very much similar to the step of a stair. That is why step of a stair. That is why this signal is called step signal. In this particular signal, the discontinuity is existing at t equal to 0. I have mentioned here that for t greater than equal to 0, the system has a value, the signal has a value of k, but it is wrong. In actual, it is defined for only t less than 0 and t greater than 0. It cannot be defined for t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, this should have a discontinuity. But for the sake of simplicity, we will consider that at t equal to 0, it is having a value of 0. Actually, to go into this deep, we need to discuss in more details about the signals and their classification. So as it is not in the syllabus, so I am skipping it, and I am just considering that this step signal is defined for t equal to n greater than 0, where this t equal to 0 is the point of discontinuity. There is a discontinuity. Discontinuity. There is a point of discontinuity. Let me erase it all. So by far we have discussed why it is called step, because it is similar to the step of a stair. Graphically it is similar to step of a stair, so why it is called step signal. It has a value of 0 for t less than 0. It has a value of it has a constant magnitude for t greater than 0. Now the area under this curve will give us the energy of the signal. Energy of the signal. Remember this point, it will be required in later lectures. Now what happens if the magnitude of the signal becomes equal to 1? Now if the magnitude becomes equal to 1, then the signal is represented as u of t, which will be equal to 0 for t less than 0 and 1 for t greater than equal to 1. Then such system or such signal is called unit step signal. Unit step signal. So this particularly unit step signal u of is represented as u of t, where u stands for unit step signal and t stands for that this signal is dependent on time. And this point is termed as the reference point. Reference point. Now how to determine the reference point from the mathematical expression? The expression here in the bracket, if we substitute this equal to 0, this will give us the point of reference. Point of reference or discontinuity. If we ever required to know the point of reference or discontinuity, what we need to do? We need to substitute the term inside the bracket equal to 0. Then the value of t will give us the point of reference. As we have only t here, so we will substitute this t equal to 0. I will get the point of reference to be t equal to 0. So here we have t equal to 0 as the point of reference. So signal is termed as unit step signal, and it is also termed as Heaviside signal because it was proposed by scientists with the family name of Heaviside. Let us see its various other forms. Before this, we should see the physical significance. As in the definition of singularity signals, we discussed that these are the mathematical equivalents of physical conditions. So step signal should also be the physical should also be the equivalence of a certain physical condition. What could be that physical condition? Let us see here. Let us go back to this particular slide. See, in this particular example, let me consider that this is current. This is a current signal. What this is saying that before the reference point, the current into the circuit is 0, and after, that is before, that is in the past, the current was 0, and in the future current will be 1 ampere. Let me take a condition. I have a voltage of 1 volt which is supplying energy to a resistance of 1 ohm, and these two are connected via a switch, via the switch. Now let me say that switch is getting closed at t equal to 0. Before t equal to 0, that is for t less than 0, switch was open, and for t equal to greater than equal to 0, the switch is closed. So when switch was open, obviously there was open circuit into the circuit, and there would be no current flowing into the 1 ohm resistance, hence the current was 0. But after the closing of the switch at t equal to 0, the current into the circuit can be determined, and it will be I will be equal to V by R. V is 1, R is 1, it means the current will be 1 ampere. So the current of 1 ampere is now flowing into the circuit. So what this signal is saying, this signal is equivalent to the switching of a switch in a circuit. Switching on of a switch in a circuit. So the physical significance of the step signal is it acts as the closing, or I would rather say sudden closing of a switch into the circuit. So if instead of say 1 volts, so in here the voltage applied is 1 volt, but instead of writing it to be 1 volt, if I write that I have applied a voltage of ut, it would be wrong, because ut is 0 for t less than 0 and it is 1 for t greater than equal to 0. So that means we can replace this with ut, and its equivalent circuit will now become like this. We now have removed the switch. Instead of showing the switch, I will say that I am applying a voltage of ut here. So ut is nothing but the physical equivalence of a mathematical equivalence of a switch. Let us move ahead. We will now see different forms of step signal. We have already studied this form where this ut is equal to 0 and 1, 0 for t less than 0 and t for greater than equal to 0, and this point is called the point of reference. Now if we see this signal is also similar to the step of a stair. So I can call this also as a step signal, but see here, its point of reference is not at t equal to 0. Instead, its point of reference is at t equal to a. So how to represent, this should not be there. So how to represent this signal mathematically? Can it be same like this? If it is same like this, then its point of reference should be at t equal to 0, because point of reference is calculated by substituting this bracket terms inside the bracket to be equal to 0. Now we have a reference point at t equal to a. This means t minus a will be equal to 0. So this means this term should go inside the bracket. It is having a unit magnitude, so it will be a unit step signal with t minus a inside it. This t minus a is stating that the signal is having discontinuity at t equal to a. U of t minus a. This is equal to 0 and 1, but the discontinuity will exist at t less than a and t greater than equal to a. See here, over here we had 0, but here we had a. So the discontinuity is shown 2 times, one inside the bracket and other over here. So this particular signal is delayed in time, as this has been shifted in the right shift in time, right shift in time. So we will call it as a delayed signal, or postponed signal. So this signal is a postponed signal, postponed unit step signal mathematically represented by this u of t minus a. So with this discussion we come to the conclusion that if the point of discontinuity shifts in future, we call that signal as postponed unit step signal, and the point of reference is mentioned in the bracket inside here. Now let us see the different another form of this unit step signal. Here the point of reference is at t equal to 0. This is also similar to a step of a signal, step of a staircase, so it is a step signal, and its magnitude is 1. So obviously it will be represented with u, but the reference point is existing at t equal to minus a. So the term inside the bracket will be calculated by t plus a equal to 0, because this term has to be substituted equal to 0. So inside the bracket I should write u of t plus a to indicate that the reference point is existing at t equal to minus, and this will be equal to 0 for t less than minus a. For t less than minus a, it is having 0 values, 0 magnitude here, and for t greater than minus a, it has a magnitude of 1. So it will be 1 for t greater than equal to minus a. Okay. So the discontinuity is shown here as well as here. Now see, the point of reference has been shifted backwards. Backward shift. Backward shift means the point of occurrence was t equal to 0, but it has been preponed, not postponed. It has been preponed. Preponed shift in time. So this signal will be called advanced, time advanced unit step signal. Time advanced unit step signal, or I can also call it at preponed unit step signal, and it is still represented with u of t plus a. Now till now we have discussed the preponed and postponed unit step signals. The thing to be noted was both of them has unit magnitude. What if the unit instead of unit magnitude, the magnitude is different? See here, I have this signal. It is also resembling to a step of a stair, so it will be a step signal, but the magnitude is different here. So can this signal be represented in terms of a unit step signal? Yes. It will be represented like k times of u of t, where this will be indicating the point of reference. As here the point of reference is t equal to 0, so I will put t here, and its magnitude of the signal will be multiplied with the signal, with ut. So if I multiply it with k, I will get 0 multiplied with k, 0 times k and 1 times k. So this will be equal to 0 and this will be equal to k, and this will be having values for t less than 0 and for t greater than 0. So KUT will be a scaled unit step signal, scaled unit step signal. Scaled unit step signal which is having value 0 and k, 0 for t less than 0 and k for t greater than equal to 0. The thing to be noted here, with the scaling only the magnitude is changing, not the point of reference. That is, the point of reference is same here and the point of reference is same here. It has not altered. So the scaling does not alter the point of reference. See this? It is again resembling to the step of a stair. So it will be a unit step signal. Let me mark it U, and it has a reference point at t equal to 0. So I will put t inside the bracket. But over here the magnitude is 2. So I will multiply it with 2 ut. So this signal is 2 ut signal. Similarly, if the magnitude is 10, then the signal would be represented as 10 ut, like this. Let us see again. Say I have a voltage of 5 volts which is connected into the circuit via a switch, and where the switch is getting closed at t equal to 0. Then this can be converted into a voltage source plus minus having the magnitude 5 ut. This shows that voltage across the resistance will be 0 for t less than 0, and the voltage across the load will be 5 for t greater than 0. So we can obviously replace this with 5 ut and say the resistance R. So we can replace a switch and a battery with a signal 5 ut. Let us see its other forms. See here, what is the difference between the two? Over here the reference point is at t equal to 0. Over here the reference point is at t equal to minus a. Also its magnitude is 1, and over here its magnitude is 2. So how to write the mathematical expression for this signal? As the magnitude is 2, I will multiply it with u into 2. Okay, as it is a step signal having magnitude 2, but the reference is also shifted at t equal to minus a. So from here I will bring this a to the other side. It will become t plus a equal to 0. So I will substitute this term inside the bracket like this, and this will be the mathematical expression for this signal. U into 2 into u of t plus a, where this is representing the signal is pre-pond signal and it is having a magnitude of 2. This is representing magnitude and this is representing point of discontinuity or reference. Let us discuss this. In this particular signal, the magnitude is 2 and the point of reference is at t equal to a. So the point of reference t equal to a, I will bring this a to the other side, it will become t minus a equal to 0. So the signal will be u of t minus a, but the magnitude is 2, so I will multiply it with 2. So the mathematical expression for this signal is u times 2 2 times u of t minus a. Similarly, see here what has happened. Over here, the time of reference is t equal to a. So this will give t minus a equal to 0. But the magnitude, instead of being 2, it is minus 2. So the magnitude is minus 2. So what will I do? I will write u of t minus a first. U of t minus a will be a unit step signal which is having a reference point at t equal to a. But as its magnitude is minus 2, so I will multiply it with minus 2. So the mathematical signal or mathematical expression for this signal will be minus 2 times u of t minus a. Again here the magnitude is 0, here the magnitude is minus 2, and the reference point is at t equal to minus a. This will give t plus a to be equal to 0. So I will write u of t plus a. That is a unit step signal which is having a discontinuity at t equal to minus a. But magnitude is minus 2, so I will multiply it with minus 2. So this is called scaled 3-pond unit step signal. I guess we can write the expression for this, but there is a certain difficulty over here. What is the problem? Instead of 0 magnitude, we have a magnitude of 2 for t less than 0, and we have a magnitude of 0 for t greater than 0. That is and also the point of reference is at t equal to minus a. So the point of reference will be t plus a to be equal to 0. This will be the point of reference. How to represent this signal mathematically? Now say if I have unit step signal like this. Say this is my unit step signal. This is my unit step signal which is having magnitude 1 and 0. It will be represented like u of t. Now what happens if I substitute t with minus t? Let us see. It will become u of minus t. Let me write the expression first for this. U of t is equal to 0 and 1 for t less than 0 and for t greater than equal to 0. Now, if we substitute t with minus t, the signal will be like this. T will be minus t. This will be equal to 0 and 1 because I am changing the time of reference, so there will be no change in magnitude. The only thing changes will be minus t. Instead of t, I will write minus t. Minus t to be less than 0 means t should be greater than 0, because if I substitute this sign here, this sign of inequality changes. Similarly, minus t greater than 0 will give t less than 0. Now if I write this as let me have a space here. So if I write u of minus t, then this will be equal to 0 and 1. So u of minus t will also be 0 and 1, but it will be 0 when t is greater than 0. T is greater than 0, and it will be 1 for t less than 0, for t less than equal to 0. So we see that the time reversal can occur if we multiply t with minus sign. So over here the time is reversing, so why we will represent it with u of minus t. Let us see, let us try to write the mathematical expression for this also. We have point of reference over here. So it will be having a magnitude of 2. So it will be 2 u of t. But what if I multiply it with 2t? There will be no change in the graphical expression of the signal. This is called compression. If we scale the time, then the time of the signal compresses, and if we divide the time with a certain constant, it is called decompression. So over here the signal is compressing, but it will not affect its graphical appearance because the signal is tending to infinity. It will not affect it. So we discussed step signal and many other forms of step signals. In this particular lecture, we discussed the preponed and postponed of the signal, preponed and postponed form of signal. We discussed scaled form of signal and mathematical expression for them. In the next lecture, we will discuss the ramp and gate signal. Till then, thank you so much for listening to the lecture.